There's already a lot of really cool DuckTales merchandise out there, and a lot more cool stuff coming. Right now you can get classic action figures in the style of the original DuckTales, or plush toys that are like the new DuckTales series. And I like these a lot, they're really cute. But one of my favorite new things for DuckTales so far that I found is this. This is the DuckTales Doodle book. And it looks like a coloring book, but it's actually kind of more than that. If you look inside, it gives you a bunch of blank black and white drawings and a ton of space around them to add things and be creative. Here it says, what beast of burden is everyone carrying into this canyon? On this page you get a little bit more. You want squiggle lines to draw whiskers on the sewer rats, or drawing the fuse of the dynamite stick that Launchpad is carrying. And I think these are really cool because it has the idea of a coloring book, but it just lets you do a little bit more. I took a couple pages from this book and scanned them into my computer and decided to play with them myself to see what the idea of this was. I knew about these books in theory. My wife works at a children's bookstore, and she's been telling me about these books for a few months now. She knew this was coming out before it came out and says there's a few more. There's a Marvel's Doodle book and a Star Wars Doodles book, and the idea is basically the same. The book gives you a prompt and you draw and color in the rest. And this lets you be part of the story in a way, adding your own creativity to the creativity of the show. And I really liked that. So I grabbed my two favorite pages from the book on my first flip through. Starting with this one with Donald rubbing a magic lamp. And I like this because you can do anything with a magic lamp. You could have anything come out of it. You could have the genie from Aladdin come out of it. You could create your own mythical djinn to come out of, do anything. You could have a joke. It could be Louie coming out. I decided to do something that just ties into my childhood. When I was a kid, I really remember enjoying the DuckTales movie, which featured a genie who they eventually just call Gene. And Donald never interacted with him at all because Donald wasn't in the movie. So I decided to take this moment and just give them a chance to meet. Drawing in Gene up here in a kind of a classic popping out of the lamp pose and coloring in with some crayon style brushes on my computer drawing program. And the text down here says Shazam, but that's not right. Gene had a different word. Shabooey. I'm always mixed about this character because I thought he was both kind of fun and kind of annoying. I think the celebrity that was voicing him really went into his sort of iconic shtick, so he felt a little out of place in DuckTales. And his beak is super thick and like puffed up. It looks kind of weird. It looks even weirder next to this style of Donald here, but I have fond memories of Gene from when I was a childhood, so I figured it's about time these characters meet. The other character I wanted to play with in this book was Launchpad, partially because Launchpad is just such a fun character, but also because this page is doing a classic, like, Looney Tunes style gag, jumping out of the airplane and grabbing the wrong parachute. If you watch any classic cartoons, you know this gag. Bugs Bunny did it all the time, and Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny did it together in the Who Framed Roger Rabbit movie. Someone jumps out of an airplane or is otherwise falling, and they pull their parachute, and just everything but a parachute flies out of it. And I love that old gag just because it's, again, part of my childhood. So I gave Launchpad a couple classics, like a frying pan with bacon and eggs coming out. I also decided to give him a little Darkwing Duck toy because that's so important to who he is as a character, both the original as the sidekick to Darkwing Duck and the current DuckTales iteration's inspiration by Darkwing Duck. As well as this book on how to fly, even though he's a pilot and everyone knows it. And finally, a saxophone. Not because of DuckTales or anything, just because I'm going to New Orleans soon. I just got jazz on the mind. I'll probably give this book a proper review later at some point, or at least upload some more drawings for it. But I wanted to give a quick preview of it here. I think this is a great, fun book. I love how it's designed to encourage creativity, and so kids can pick this up, or adults like me, and have these prompts to help them think, what can I do to make this scene more interesting and more fun? And it prompts them to practice drawing. And I think that's so much better than a regular coloring book that just asks you to add color. Because here you can do both. You can color in these already beautiful drawings, which I love. I love the style in this book. But you can also add your own to it and color those in. So it encourages you to be creative and think more and gives you this prompt to draw. And I just think that's great. That's about it for now though. I just want to share this book because I think it's really neat. If you're interested in getting it, you can get it at your local bookstore or your local Target or whatever, and you can find it online as well. It only costs about $13 and you get like 100-something pages of different drawing prompts. It's a ton of options, and I think the art is just great on its own. So go ahead and pick it up and have fun with it. It's super cool. That's it for now. Otherwise, enjoy drawing, have a good week, and take it easy out there, internet. That's how you pronounce that word.